Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw for CarGurus, and the car parked behind me is the 2016 Hyundai Sonata. Now that's the sporty turbocharged model sitting back there. It's on unique 18-inch wheels, it's got a sport suspension, improved steering, and it looks the part thanks to modified bodywork and quad exhaust outlets. But the question is, does it deliver on the promises made by the increased power, modified hardware, and styling tweaks? Let's go for a drive and find out. So when you buy a turbocharged Sonata 2.0T, you've got two choices in terms of trim. You can get a sport model or a limited model. And the one we're driving today is the sport model. The only option on this car is a set of floor mats, and the window sticker comes in at under $30,000. Now that price includes a decent stereo, Bluetooth, BlueLink connected services, leather seats. So it's not a stripped down car, but it's also not nearly as well equipped as the 2.0T limited model is. Now what makes the 2.0T model special is the turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder engine that's under the hood. It makes 245 horsepower at 6,000 RPM, but the big story is torque. It's got 260 pound-feet, and it comes on at 1,350 RPM. So basically, you put your foot on the gas, there's a short little delay, and then bam, maximum torque is right there, and it is steady all the way up to 4,000 RPM. What that does is it gives the car very strong, very linear acceleration. And there's this thing down here on the center console that's called a drive mode select button. Basically, it allows you to switch between eco, normal, and sport driving modes. And when you put this in sport mode, you can really feel the difference in terms of the powertrain and how the car accelerates. Now, other standard equipment that comes with the 2.0T is a sport-tuned suspension. And this car's got what's called a rack-mounted electric steering system rather than a column-mounted electric steering system. And the difference there basically is that it's supposed to provide a better feel, more sensation of the road through the steering. It is somewhat successful compared to a standard Sonata. You also get a set of 18-inch aluminum wheels. On my test car, I've got a set of Kumho Solus all-season radials on it. They're not performance-oriented tires, and they really limit grip if you take this car down a twisty road and drive it with any enthusiasm. One of the things that Hyundai changed for 2016 is it swapped out some of the steel suspension components for aluminum, and that's designed to give the car a more athletic feel. That's good for all Sonatas, by the way. And I always felt like the Sonata was a pretty capable handler, and this one feels the same way. Really, the limitations are all wrapped up in the tires. I'd swap those Kumhos out as soon as I could and get a set of real tires on this car. But that's only if you're planning to drive it with a sense of enthusiasm. Otherwise, really what you're talking about here is you've got a body kit, some modified styling, some decent looking wheels, and a car that goes fast in a straight line. Okay, switching to the interior. The Sonata 2.0T does have standard sport bolstered seats. You can feel the difference, but man, is this driver's seat comfortable. It's got a big cushion with decent thigh support. It's got a height adjuster. The front passenger seat has height adjustment, which always goes over really well in my household. And the rear seat is positively huge. I can sit behind the driver's seat set to my comfort, cross my legs with no problem. I've got plenty of room. Plus, the trunk is one of the biggest ones in the midsize sedan class. It's 16.3 cubic feet. So you can put a lot of stuff in a Sonata, and I'm talking about not just cargo. You can fit 5 people in here really easily. Now, in addition to seat comfort, one of my favorite things about the Sonata is the control layout, especially in a car that has the fairly basic infotainment system. You've got big knobs, big buttons. This whole center control panel is really wide and really well marked, and it's so easy. You don't even have to look away from the road to adjust the volume, change the radio station, adjust temperature, none of that. It is incredibly refreshing to drive a 2016 model year car that has that type of control layout. All Sonatas are also available with something called Blue Link subscription services. And basically, when you have an active subscription, you get automatic collision notification, SOS emergency calling. If you've got a teen driver in the house, it's fantastic because it provides the owner of the car with speed alerts, curfew alerts. You can even program geographic boundaries and kind of keep an eye on your teens remotely. Now, the sport models don't have a lot of safety equipment. You get a blind spot monitoring system, and it's my favorite kind. It works on both sides of the car. The warning light is right on the mirror where you're already looking, and if it's illuminated and you go ahead and put the turn signal on, it beeps and flashes to tell you, yeah, not such a good idea right now. If you upgrade to the limited model, you can get forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, a lane departure warning system, and some other safety-related items. If you can't avoid a crash, the Sonata is really safe. It gets 5-star ratings across the board from the federal government, except for a 4-star rating for rollover resistance, but that's fairly common in the midsize sedan class. On top of that, it's a top safety pick from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, but that's good only for the 2015 calendar year. In 2016, the car is going to lose that rating because in the small overlap frontal impact test, it gets an acceptable rating rather than a good rating. While the Sonata Sport Turbo is a quick and capable car, it's not quite a sports sedan. Think of it as a sporty sedan instead. Now, the Sonata itself is a terrific mid-size car. With the Sonata, Hyundai has methodically checked every single box on the family sedan requirement list. All that's missing here is some personality. Be sure to check out my full review of the Sonata on CarGurus.com and feel free to offer comments below. If you found this review helpful, please share this video and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For all of us at CarGurus, thank you for watching.